Hi, people. Won't you let me know if anyone's out there? When you get, hang on, let me just try and get this thing plugged in. My battery's about to die. Let me know who's there. See if anyone's there. I think we plugged in now. I hope so. Okay. Hey, hello, people. Hi. Hope you all had a good Christmas, wherever you were, whatever you did. Hope it was great. Hello, hi. Hi, people. I haven't been speaking much about the Ascension symptoms and phases we're going through. It's because so many people are going through this on the planet, and so many people are sharing, what's going on. Each energy as they come in, what they're doing. And as I said, I think in my last one, that this one is a lot more light coming into the planet, and what it was doing is removing the veil even more. So the veil will get thinner. So in 2022, we'll see a lot more spiritual awakening. And also 2022 is a number 6, which is spirituality, as far as astrology goes. So astrology-wise, very much focused on spirit, on religion, spirituality, that whole sort of thing. It'll definitely be more of the driving factor. The veil will get thinner, more people will see, it'll be more of the veils removed, higher energies. Now, this is tricky for the people that aren't on this path consciously, because they are really battling. Because whatever you don't want to release, I really feel, you have my sympathy. People that have a lot of anger, trauma, childhood stuff that you don't want to let go of, it's going to really be bothering you now. And it's very visible. And what this energy seems to be doing at the moment is targeting personal stuff that you haven't released. So this is like personal things. Say it's relationship, childhood problems, family issues, personal, something that's wrong in your personal life with you that you need to sort out. So I see people are battling. Hi. I see people are battling with this. I'm going through the same. I mean, stuff that you're not even aware is there, right? A lot of people have had this. They've lived with it. They suppress these emotions or energies or hurt from, who knows, it could be 10 years, 20 years or whatever. And then you move on and you forget about it. So this is trauma and hurt that you've buried very deep. It's going to be pushed up, all right, and know that. And a lot of people don't want to. They still refuse. It's being pushed up and it's being in their face, and they are losing it. They're getting triggered. The same trauma's coming up and they're losing their shit because they haven't healed yet, and then they go to sleep and it doesn't matter. It depends how you deal with it and where you are. So some people, this is coming up in their dreams. It's like their soul's trying to say, because they're not on the spiritual path, that they're not say, okay, they can't see. So their soul's trying to get their attention and say, you need to please forgive now, or move, let this go, forgive. No, they're not doing that. Wow. So even with their dreams coming in and coming up, and there's such rage and anger in their dreams and their hurt, they still won't let it go. Yeah, they don't want to forgive. So if you've had lots of, no, stop saying that. Yeah, stop saying that. This is what it's doing. You're going to release it. You've got to work on it. Okay, so first of all, stop saying that, because you're choosing to be. You choose to let what's happening in your circumstances upset you. Okay, that's a choice. Ask for that help. There's a lot of help out there. You reach out, and the help is out there. Never before have humans been given so much help and so much light. Okay. On this planet right now, the energy is coming into this planet to help humanity, to raise you out of the darkness, for ascension, forgiveness, all these things, are there. So a lot of us have karma we have to pay back. See? So if we've done wrong in other lives and whatever, who knows what we've done, it's payback time. Thank you. So a lot of our shit, whatever we've given out, comes back to us. But there's an opportunity there to forgive and say sorry and forget. But if you do not want to, understand that it's going to keep coming up, and you're going to keep suffering, or you're going to go through the same thing because you will not let go. But right now, you have to ask. All you have to do is put your hand out. Say, please, source, God, angels, whatever, light beings, for my highest good, please help me. Reach out and ask for that help. Oh, no, these. Okay. Very unrelated, but it's fine. All my glasses, how's this? This is going to be a shocker. I'll get them for you. Are all from eBay. They have no brand. They're from China. See? I'll show you them. You can get them. I love these because they're rimless, and I'm terrible. I put them on my head, you see, like this when I go walking. So I keep dropping glasses. They fall off my head. I go through a lot of glasses. I scratch them. I do whatever to them. So these are rimless, like plastic. They're very light, so they can get dropped on the bathroom, wherever, like I always do. And it's no problem. Now they're I think plus 250. You know, my eyesight. They're plus 250. Let me show you. So while we're interrupting, I'll show you. See? Here's another pair. Plastic ones, rimless. These are lovely because I can use them. See, this is for reading. So if I'm walking and I want to still see where I'm going, you know, I can do this. Look over them. All right. There they are. They're reading glasses. I've got plenty pairs, and these are eBay. I don't do style. eBay, see? I've got lots of nice glasses. Yeah, I learned my lesson with all the traveling I used to do. I used to lose them and break them, and oh, shit. So I get lots of different pairs, yeah. I've even got ones for, reflecting the screen for the glare on computers. There we are. Okay, back to subject. Back to the Ascension people. Okay, I noticed, now we all know that if you're on the spiritual journey, massive energies are coming to the planet. I mean, really, at the moment, they started increasing before the solstice, and as we know, it doesn't stop. Wow, they're just awesome. I mean, it's so awesome, the energy. If you're on a high, if you are releasing and haven't got anger and things and dark, if you are on the other side of it, you're going to feel tired and it's going to be too much for you. But if you're letting the energy flow through, if you keep doing your meditation every day, ask for the cleansing and clearing, ask for all your chakras, okay? Sit in meditation every day, especially now with high energies. Sit in your meditation and instruct that all your chakras, okay, be cleansed and cleared and opened, so there's no blocks. You don't want any blocks in your energy, so all the energy can move freely through your body and your energy field. So all chakras are opened and cleansed and cleaned every day, all meridians. So make sure that's all open, cleansed and clear, and energies are moving through. No blocks. Block is going to be a very painful thing if you've got blocks. Wow. Born free. What was that? Gorilla? Sorry. Someone told me that years ago when I was in my 20s. Now I don't know, you brought back that to my mind. Yeah, there was a woman that played, I think it was Gorillas in the Mist. There was a film called Gorillas in the Mist. Now, I had very long hair then, and I had it permed. In those days, I had very long hair, and it was permed, curly. And some guy said, oh, no, you look just like the woman that was in the Gorillas of the Mist in that film. I was like, oh, okay, all right, never mind. No, okay. The next one, lions, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway. At the moment, yeah, well, depends where you are on your ascension thing. Well, besides the ringing in the ears, I did make a video on Christmas morning on Facebook to explain what I saw as well. Wow. The dimensions really fell away. The solstice, Christmas or whatever. Yeah, really. It was that's when the veil was at its thinnest in the entire year. And was it? I saw, it was so, and I described what I saw. So I explained what I saw. If you go to my Facebook page and go down, I think it was Christmas morning or the day before. Yeah. Go and have a look and you'll see what I explained. Where all the dimensions were, you could see everything at the same time. So, and there isn't anywhere. There's no, as humans, we think there's like, first dimension, fifth dimension. It's like layers. We're visualizing separation as in layers. But no, actually, in fact, what I saw, all dimensions exist in the same space. There is no distance. There is no separation between dimensions, all right? Nothing. So all the dimensions are kind of mixed. It's like being in one room. All the dimensions are at the same. Oh, it was really weird. Anyway, I described what I saw. It was really fascinating. Yeah, and it was like I had the entire history going right back in my bedroom. So everybody that ever existed in this place was here at the same time. It was horrendous. I'm trying to sleep and I've got noise and a TV and a child, and it's like, wow, it's like the whole planet has happened to that it ever lived in this place. It was like all time was in one place. So all of a sudden, all the time, because that's what happens in the quantum or in the when we're not in this space, there isn't this thing, it's time, everything exists now. Well, this is what happened here in my place. I'm trying to sleep, and next minute I've got everything in my room or in my apartment at the same time. Very noisy, and I'm trying to, oh, please go away, people. So it was like, yeah, as you could see right through all time and space. It was interesting. Anyway, never mind. Interesting, but that's because the veils are really thin, yeah. Fine. Great, good. Very good. No complaint. All good. Peaceful. Lots of dancing. I was a little bit of pain yesterday. Too much dancing. Well, you'll know. Normally, you'll feel pain in your body, okay, or you'll be out of balance. So you'll either have some physical issue. If there's a blocked chakra, you're going to have pain in that area, right? Or you manifest an illness, like throat chakra. You're not speaking your thing. I've got a cyst for not doing that, back then. So you're going to have an illness, a pain, a disease, or pain in that area, or say constipation, whatever it is in that area, because that's energy just blocked. So then you know what part of the body is. You can associate what is a chakra issue with it. See, it's clearing. There's energy there. Thank you. So anyway, I'm getting, ringing like everybody else. You know when the energies are coming in, the ears are ringing sometimes. Mine were ringing very loudly that night. Wow, they were very loud. So there was such high frequency or energy coming in because I could hear my ears. It was really buzzing. And then I had this entire generational people living here. It was like everyone that ever lived here or ever was here was in. It was like, oh, hell, please go home. I want to sleep. Go away. Shoot. As humans, we're not used to it because we can't see all the dimensions. We're only existing in our little space here. But they're infinite. There's infinite amount of dimensions. So it was really strange. So say, if you go and watch my video on Facebook, I explained it. Wow, it was amazing. So you can see through all dimensions exist at the same time in the same space. There's no different levels, but it's just frequency. And bam, there they all are. And everybody's there. And you're like, oh my gosh, please, I want to go sleep now. Could you please leave? Wow. But at the moment, yeah, the energies are good. Almost feels like you're losing gravity. That's lovely. I love that when you do that. So I don't know if any of you guys, if you're doing your healing and releasing and you're not hanging on to energy and you're keeping Tai Chi, Qi Gong, you're moving or dancing, like I've been dancing for 3 days, basically. Lots. It's a bit stiff. But you could actually, I could lie here now. It feels like I'm on water. There we are. If you go to the Dead Sea is another one. It's where you can just float. It's like you can't sink. It feels like that. So I feel like now gravity's been removed. There we are. It feels like there's less gravity. So I feel like I could float. I could literally, if you watch the movie The Matrix, I feel like if I lay back like this now, I could just float. I'd be floating, but like being on a space, or I suppose like being on one of those spaceships. The gravity trying, anti-gravity. Oh, there we are. It's awesome. I'm feeling, it's lovely. So I feel like the gravity's a lot less. Ooh, I love it. And the energies feel amazing. Yeah, very light. I mean, it's orgasmic. It's lovely. You can feel it, but it's a lovely feeling. It's not a negative pressure. It's just a very, your body feels lovely, amazing. And it's just lovely. And light, very light. Yeah, you are becoming. But I've also been doing lots of healing in the last 2 weeks. Now, this is going to pertain to everybody that's got stuff that you're not even aware of. Yeah. It's bringing up stuff, traumas, whatever trauma, any shit that you've got down there, it's going to come up. And I see, and some people that don't want to let it go, they don't want to do their forgiveness or whatever, or not ready to see it, are really getting angry, are going to really struggle. So please feel sorry for people, or don't respond. Don't react back if people snap out or get angry or whatever else it is, because that trauma and that hurt and that pain is being pushed up, and they're not able. They don't want to deal with it, and so they're in a lot of. It's difficult. But mine has been pushing up. So I've done a few, about four things. And that you're not even aware that was still there. That you weren't even... I didn't even realize that I had any stuff there. Trauma and stuff that needed to be worked. And it was not even small stuff. It was like, oh my gosh. And stuff came up and I was like, But because I'm willingly on this path, I say, thank you. So when this comes up, what I do is realize, okay, they're bringing it up because they're trying to show me, oh, you need to get rid of it, or it's still there. So when I've kind of like, got my foot there, I'm like, okay, thank you, thank you for showing me that I've still got this. And I always thank them for my healing before I've even got it. Because I know when I sit in meditation the next day, and then I will go through it and I'll say, right, I want to release this, all of it. No longer serves me. I want to release this hurt, anger, whatever it is, trauma, But I state from my energy field, and I want residue, even the residue of it, any energy, frequency, residue of this energy from my cells, from my DNA, my manifestation, my energy, whatever, everything gone. I want it cleansed, and I really do a complete release, and then completely cleanse, light, But I've had about 4. So I'm working through stuff they're showing me purposely. Because I wouldn't have gone there otherwise. So it's like pushing me in that little direction over there. And it's like, uh-oh. And then something pops up and I'm like, oh, hell, that's not nice. Oopsie. And it's coming up. What do I do? Well, then you've got to feel it. You're going to cry. It's going to trigger. So if you've got PTSD or trauma, right, it's going to bring it up. So you're going to have a replay. But it's not like you're going to see a therapist or any of those things. That's useless. If you're going to a therapy or drugs or medication or that rubbish, is not going to. When you've got the universe and source and angels and the entire, any light being you want, help, if you ask for it there, well, it's there, you're in your lucky seat. So now that's what I'm saying. Humans have got this now. All you have to do is ask for the help, and you will get it if you mean it. If you ask for that help, you couldn't get more help if you tried. And just know it will be taken from you. I offer it all up. I ask them to please take it from me. I do not want this. And that's it. Whereas you go for therapy, you think you're going to, no. It doesn't work like that. That is not so easy. So this is an easier one because you are asking them to please take it from you. And you're commanding it out. So you do it. You'll feel it. It will. Well, it's going to come up, won't it? It's going to trigger. So how do you know if you've got trauma or unresolved things? You're going to be upset. Something's going to trigger you, or you're going to have a flashback, or whatever. Yep. I had a panic attack. No lie. Because I've had complex post-traumatic stress and trauma in my life. So this one triggered something that was like really down there. And I was like, and the next minute I had a bit of a panic attack and I couldn't breathe. And I was like, okay, whoa. And more for me was a surprise that it was there. I was like, oh my gosh, where the hell did that come from? Because I had no idea that would trigger me, or it was even, wow. So it was like, oh dear, this is not good. So maybe it'll take me a day or so. I'm like, But then you sit with it, and I go for a walk. I went up the mountain, and I, because you can be in nature then, and you can ask them to show you. So then I'm like, oh wow, there's some shit there and fear. And straight away, what your mind will do is want to repeat whatever pattern it did before. So whether it was your pattern to run, to be cold, to shut yourself down, to close off, to whatever your self, this is the ego, protection, right? Trauma. So you're going to do whatever it was run away, just ignore people, avoid people, whatever you did to cope, or your way of that's what the pattern that your mind wants to do, you see. So when this happened, I realized, oh shit, I've got that, problem there. It didn't work too well. Some trauma coming up there. And I was like, wow, okay. And I felt, so I knew it was there. And I thought, wow, this is the body's being hanging on to this shit. It's not doing me any good. I do not want to keep this shit. Nobody does. It doesn't serve me. And then straight away the next day, my mind went into the same bad habit as it wanted to do in the trauma back then. Now it wants to disassociate and run away and not deal with any of the people or any of the things and just, that's it. Move on, and we're just going to, change whatever. Change the scene, change everything. So I went for a walk and I asked for help. That's what I'm saying. All you have to do is reach out and say, please help me here. Show me what I need to know, learn, see, release, whatever. And on my walk, it was given to me. It was shown to me. Oh, wow. And then it came to me. Oh, wow. You are trying to, you were trying to do this mechanism again, this self-defense, runaway bullshit, whatever. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. And the minute I was shown what I was trying to do and deal with, the same nonsense, whatever, it made sense. And then it's okay, no, I don't want this anymore. No, I want this to be gone now. So I consciously sat in meditation and I said, please, I want to release this. It no longer serves me. I don't want it. You can do that. And it will be awesome to take it from you and cleanse you of it completely. And you will see, whether it's your heart chakra, wherever whatever needs to be open, fear, whatever, because it's held somewhere. So wherever the hurt and pain is held, what parts of the body, awesome, and you release it completely, all of it. And I say to them, all of it, all that energy. You can visualize however you want it to be taken out of the form from your DNA, your cells, where you see it as gray, as energy or being or blob, or it doesn't matter how you visualize the rubbish. Give it to them. And then let the light come in and cleanse that area. And then light will pour in and cleanse and open up that area massively. It's just amazing. Ask for help, just expand there. Ask for that help. Okay. But you have to be willing, this is the difference, to forgive and let go. That's the difference, okay? And it is sore. It's only sore when because when it comes up, and then you're going to release it. That's what I'm saying. Why would you not want to? Why do you want to keep that fear and trauma and whatever you're hanging? Why do you want to keep it? And it'll just keep coming around and around like a hamster on a wheel. Nobody wants to be stuck, with that trauma and pain and grief and whatever it is. You want to let it go. Do it. Heal it, Let it go. But you have to see why it's there. And that's another thing we don't understand. We have to see why we got it and the lesson. And normally what it is when something happened, we didn't let the energy, we didn't feel it. We didn't let it flow through us. So whether it was shock, fear, hurt, grief, trauma, we hung on to, we resisted it. We tried to stop ourselves. We tried to either stop crying, refuse to. We tried to block their feeling. This is where it comes from. Did I know? So we're either trying to, no, I don't want to feel that. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to get hurt. I'm not going to allow that pain, because it's sore, to come through. Or we were shocked. We tried to, we didn't allow ourselves to feel the grief and pain or whatever it is. This is where the shit is. It's energy that's stuck. And it's causing major problems in the body and physical, and it causes illness and disease and cancers and all kinds of nonsense. So yeah, it's not easy to deal with. It really isn't. I do know that. I really do know that. And a lot of us have been through that one. But you have never had better energies in any time in human history on the planet. This is the biggest shift in human consciousness that's ever happened on Earth at once, where the entire humanity is going through an evolutionary raise in consciousness, not dropping. We're going back up again. Wow, it's funky. So a lot of stuff is coming out for people. Wow, it's difficult. But then you have that. Now it's up to you as a being to say, help me, please. Reach out to Source, the Creator, God, whoever you want. Reach out and just ask. You have to ask, and you've got to mean it, because believe me, the help is there. It's never been more there. All the help that you want is there. But that means you have to come to the party. You've got to be willing to forgive, to heal, to let go, to move forward, That's the difference. Take that courage to, and is it worth it? Really, don't give up. Don't give up, because it's a spiritual evolution. It's a test. You will get tested, and you will have to go through all your shit and whatever else, and all these things, phases, right? And sometimes you'll think, oh my gosh, is this shadow work ever going to end? Your ego, all this cleansing, and you're purifying yourself as a soul, your energy. You're releasing all karmas from generations. You're releasing hurt. You're releasing bad patterns and behavior and trauma, and it's work, people. It's for free, for one. When are you going to get that? No therapy, no charge, no shrink here. It's free. It's free. It's the grace of God being offered. You've been offered the grace of God. This is pure grace, divine grace. You are held in that grace and that light. But you are just asked to come to the party. So if you come to the party, wow, what a party. It's amazing. And it's so worth it if you don't give up. It's so worth it. So don't let anything let you be sidetracked or misled or drop back into anger and nonsense and 3D fighting and division and duality, separation. No. Refuse to let anything. Focus on Source, the Creator God, and that's it. Keep your focus there. Yeah, it is. Isn't it amazing? It's like, I know. Wow. Yeah, gravity boots, bugger them. you, you see, you just want to bounce up and down, like float around. It's so awesome, yeah. But also, things like that, exercise helps a lot. So people that are battling, with stuck energy, please exercise, move, dance, qigong, tai chi. Move the energies. You've got to physically keep them moving. I've been doing a lot of that. Oh, my gosh. So I spent 3 days dancing. Did I feel it? I was in pain yesterday. Oh, my gosh. Between my shoulder blades. I don't think I've danced that much. I don't know, 20 years or something. So cooking in my kitchen, for Christmas and Christmas Eve. When I'm cooking, I've got the music going all the time. So I've had music blasting here, and I've been dancing the whole time, like for hours. So I've gone through so much music in 3 days, and I've just danced the whole time. I'm in the shower, I'm dancing, I'm cleaning, I'm dancing, I'm doing the dishes, I'm dancing. All the cooking, I've been really dancing. I'm actually surprised no one's complained, actually. I haven't got any trouble yet so far. So yeah, I've done a huge amount of dancing and then walking and yeah. So I've kept the energies moving in the body. Absolutely, yeah. You've got to keep physical movement in the body. That really will help. Yeah, dancing is amazing for energy. It's amazing. Very good. And it actually dancing music is very good for the soul as well. So it raises your frequency and vibration. So because you're in a happy mood and you're using energy and you're getting the energy moving in the body, so dancing increases your frequency and vibration. Oh yeah, I've been going like a Boeing. Any thoughts on calming the ego? Oh, that is normal. That's part of all of us, because it's been drummed into us as children. That low self-worth and self-doubt. I made a video about that. I think I did one addressing somebody, especially actually on Facebook, about that, because we all go through that nonsense. That's the ego trying to sabotage you. Oh no, don't worry about it. You won't get it right. You're not good enough. You're going to fail. You're not lovable. No one's going to love you. You're not attractive. You're not. That's just that. That's the mind. Eckhart Tolle speaks about that. That's your mind terrorizing you, and it does to everybody. That's ego in the mind. That is why that you're supposed to try and do that meditation or go in nature and stay present. So you've got to stop the thoughts. So if you're just walking and just like completely zone out, you've got to zone the thoughts out. But don't try and force them out. Don't try ignore. Yeah. Don't attach to them. So when the mind starts going and all these little things, don't just say, yeah, and you start, because then you're believing it. Oh, yeah, I am. You start feeling bad because, yeah, well, I am bad, or I am useless, or I am guilty, or I am, I didn't do well. You've got to have the same love and compassion for yourself. This is it. Self-love and compassion is a massive thing. What helps you is affirmations through that process. So I think I did a video on YouTube about it. I definitely did one on Facebook about it for someone. And I did for affirmations you can do as well. So when you do your meditation, do some affirmations as well every day, just to get you up there. And ask for it to be taken away, right? Ask for to release anything that not for your highest good, that's not in line with your magnificence as a being, because you are part of God. Hello. You're perfect. You're a fractal of God. Everyone is. So you are absolutely perfect as God. Hello, you can't get better, right? But being this little human avatar and all the nonsense and school and relationships and crap and whatever lives you've had, you've done this. It's been programmed into you. You're not magnificent. Anything that's said that's not in line with your magnificence, I am worthy, I am lovable, I'm fantastic, I am deserving. You are absolutely... Even religion teaches you, no, you're dirty, you're not worthy, you've got to beg for forgiveness. You've always in your life, you've been told you're unworthy. You see, it's very bad. Yeah. You've got to earn your, whatever rubbish. You're absolutely perfect. Source, unconditional love. That's it. But we don't have that unconditional love. Now, what you've got to do is apply that same unconditional love to yourself first. Start loving you. That gets your frequency. So affirmations, you can check. I'm not sure if I did one. I definitely did it on Facebook for somebody. Okay. I know we've all been through that phase. We all have to go through it as old souls. Yeah. I went through the same nonsense. I had lots of, who hasn't? Everyone's got that, huh? Oh, you're not good enough. You're probably going to fail. Don't try. Nobody's really going to like you. Oh, whatever. There's so many narratives, the little mind. This is the brain. This is the most important thing, or the only way to get there is get out of the mind. Is to be in present as much as possible. That means not thought. You're not focusing on the thought. You don't even attach. Non-attachment. Don't attach to the thoughts. It's like when you close your eyes in meditation, you see colors and you get these things come to your mind, and you don't try and stop the mind. You don't try and push them away. You just let them until it quietens by itself. It's like a river, non-resistance. So yeah, affirmations will help you as well. Meditation. Try and do that meditation where you can get the mind as much as possible. You're training the mind to silence the thoughts out of the mind. No, that's been there. This is the ego. What you're going to see now is the biggest shift in humanity's ever seen, which we're going through. And next year, another big leap. We're going through the biggest shift, they call the great shift of evolution, of raising in consciousness. It's taken place on the planet. So what you're seeing this not is also being manipulated, because those in power know this was going to come. They used remote viewers and things, knew this was going to happen. They knew exactly what was going to happen. So they are trying to capitalize on it, to control the movement, first of all, control the spiritual awakening. So they've put people out there purposely to try and steer the spiritual movement where they want it to go. Okay, so they've got their own spiritual people, out there, trying to take, lead people. Secondly, what they're also doing in this movement is causing it on purpose. They know that you're going to go through what you call shadow work, the dark night of the soul and the death of the ego. When you wake up, the first thing you do is start looking for the darkness, the shadow. My gosh, the evil, the dark. Where's that? Oh, that's what you start doing. So they've put this false boogeyman out there for you to chase. You see, they've created these bad guys and the demons for you to focus on. It's a distraction. And that's keep duality, because then you're looking for the out there instead of, it's not where it's supposed to be in here. That's what you're actually looking for. The darkness you fear is within you. They're trying to make you distract you. No, it's over there. Look over there. It's within you. And that's a fact. So if you're angry and looking for the darkness and the bad guys and the evil outside, then they know this. They are manipulating people. All of this is a distraction to keep you from going within. All of these movements and stories and whatever is a distraction. As within, so without. Exactly. So they know you were going to go through the dark night, and this is duality and us and them and this so thing. This is the ego. When you're told about them and the bad guys and it's a division, it's purposely everything's external. Is a distraction. Anything external that's going on now is a distraction. It's irrelevant. It's distracting you from going higher. You taking your focus off your inner work. You should just be focusing on inside, not outside, because inside changes what's on the outside anyway. Consciousness has the ultimate power, and that they know, but I'm sure they don't want all of you in absolute high level of consciousness, because then game over. So they are giving you false demons to chase and all kinds of nonsense out there, all distraction. They know these phases. They've been through them themselves. Much more research than the humans know. So the intelligence agencies absolutely know what's going on and when is going to happen and what's happening. And they're trying to stay one step ahead. So you've got the QAnon movement. You've got all of this. And they're creating this thing to, for you to focus on. Okay, they're going to wake up and they're going to start looking for the dark, right? So let's give them something. We've got the dark. We've got, it's all good. Don't worry. We got them. There we are. Yeah. It's a goose chase. Well, a witch hunt. Anyway, all of this stuff is. There is no, never mind. It doesn't matter. But they know exactly what's happening on the planet and what phases you're going to go through, and that you're going to go through the search of the dark and the shadow. And it's the ego. Absolute your ego. And they're trying to, they've got people out there that started off out there, as these so-called light workers that have got content and people on social media most people aren't aware of who they are. A lot of them are actually they come from intelligence agencies, actually. If you tapped into them back then, if you tapped into these people and where they came from, if you just also feel the energy, that you can tell they put out there purposely to lead and steer this awakening movement that was going to happen, or this ET movement, whatever. Yeah, they come. Yeah, anyway. So interesting. When I was looking at all this a while ago, I was thinking this is very interesting, because a lot of people these channels people were following and put forward there, these light workers and or truth-seeking things, were actually from military or intelligence services. It was okay. That's interesting. So there we are. They know what's happening. So the best is not to play into the external. Okay, there is no duality. So that's ego. They're also trying to do this purposely. That movement, the one movement is pushing people, get your sovereignty. No, that's individuality, ego. Me, I'm important. No, we. Like all of nature, right? The earth. It upsets you. Remove one thing from the ecosystem and the whole ecosystem falls apart. So when anyone's trying to encourage you to be individual, that's ego. That is not from the higher self. That's ego. Stand my ground. I'm going to claim I'm individual. No, that's ego. That's not from the soul. That's from the ego. Am I? Okay, I don't remember that one. Sorry. I don't remember. No, there's so many people on. I haven't come across them yet. Thank you. I haven't come across them yet on TikTok. No, pity. I do come across. Actually, I'm getting tired. These algorithms of these computers keep us in echo chambers and boxes. That's the problem. So once you start liking something, or if you talk, as you know now, I'm sure a lot of you do, if you talk anywhere near your phone, if you notice your phone listens to you, and you'll go on to, say, YouTube, and next minute you'll come across a video or advert that's trying to push that, because your phone, and they're listening, your phone's forever spying on you, and taking pictures of you and recording you, and the algorithm's the same thing. So whatever you're watching on here, you keep repeating the same things. And so if you're watching negative content or whatever you're following, if you're in a box, you will stay in that box. You're not going to get it, which is sad. Yeah, it's very sad. And you're not going to get then all sides of the story or all opinions, because if you're on the right, you're going to keep getting fed the right content. If you're on the left, you're going to keep getting fed left content. Whatever this algorithm picks up that you like watching, so you take a bit of time, say something comes, like I get random shit that comes up on my, like you all do on your news feeds, right? Or these TikTok things. Some of them it's not my stuff at all, but they throw in, arbitrary, who knows what it is. And you're just like, what the heck's that? And you didn't immediately scroll past, so you keep getting more of the rubbish. Very annoying, actually. And it's dangerous keeping people in boxes, because then you're not getting to know each other and all sides of the story. It's very dangerous. Social media can be used for good or bad. Yeah, it can be used for good or bad. It's money. It's for money. It's money. It's marketing. It's all about money, because they're on a very low level of consciousness. That's all it is. And they're still idle. It's still ego. They're in the ego majorly. My house, my car, I want to be famous, my body, what I look like, whatever. This is ego. And unfortunately, I see it's been very pushed out there in the truth seeker movement, and claim your sovereignty, speak your truth, stand your ground. No, that's ego, actually. That's not higher. That's really, you got to learn to identify what's the ego and what's the soul, what's the higher. Now, the lower things, ego thinks of me, myself, I, not of the collective. Whereas source, God, creator, we're all part of God, right? We're all fractals of one being. Your body is made up of trillions of cells, but it works as one. Nature is made up, everything works together. The oceans, the wind, the thing, it's harmonious, it's in balance. When you as a human are working me, myself, I, ego, you're working as a separation. We should be working together in harmony. So when you're putting yourself above other people, me first, me, myself, I, that's ego. That's not spirituality. It's not on the higher path. You might be on the spiritual path, but you're still on the lower road. Okay, that is not from soul. See, it doesn't matter who's them. Fight your own demons, and then you'll understand how the outside reflects to you. But if you're looking for any bad things, you still haven't found yours yet. Okay, your shadows, you haven't dealt with your shadows. Yeah, that's the same thing. People don't realize it's us doing our work. Because if everybody worked on themselves and went within and did this and whatever, and did the healing, there would be no bad government, because every individual in the planet would be decent and I'd say Christ consciousness and a love vibration. So you would have no bad people working in anything, in business, in government, in corporations that be trying to screw you over. Because they would be thinking not of themselves, me, myself, I, ego, I'm sovereign, I, my this, my that, my right. It would be us, the collective. We wouldn't have to worry. But now you're being misled on a goose chase because, you have to just remove that party or that, they're the bad guys and I am the savior. That's ego separation. It's bullshit. Because that means the minute you remove him and vote the next person in, the savior, as we know, they never turn out to be saviors, are they? Because none of them are at that level of consciousness yet. They're all on ego. If you've got any politician or anyone standing up there bad-mouthing and insulting and cheesing and ripping off the other person, well, they're in a state of ego. They're not in a state of Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness recognizes that all beings as God, as angels. You are all part of God. You are all divine. There's no judgment. There's unconditional love. No one in politician or none of them are there yet, are they? No. So there we are. And who are going to be the next politicians? The younger generation of children. So everybody starts doing their work and raising this and doing. You will have your children be brought up. So there won't be any bad people to vote in. And if you did away with government, you'll have corporations doing what the hell they want, and no one will be able to legislate them. They would just do what they want, and poison would use whatever chemicals they want, and you would have no chance. The only democracy you have is government. If you do away with government, how's democracy going to work? You see? It'll take a long. We all need. We're not at that level yet. We're nowhere near that level yet, where we can just do away with everything, because we've got all these people at different levels of consciousness, and some at a very low level of consciousness. They don't care about anybody else in the collective. It's about me, myself, I. It's all, and they've got shadows and massive karma. And some beings are the ones that are in darkness, right? It's the end of the karmic cycle, so they have massive karma, huge trauma, pain, whatever they have to work out in this lifetime, right? They're very, very dark. They're in a very dark energy, and they'll be tormented by the light. The light is so much light is coming in, and those that don't want to, they're choosing the dark, are going to get far worse, because they won't be able to cope with the light. But anyway, they'll be living shorter. Don't worry, because the energies won't sustain. It just won't sustain it on the planet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your perception is where your level. It's all it does. All it reflects is your level of consciousness. That's all it is. That's all. This is why there's so many. This is why there's so many different beliefs out there. Right? This is why we're seeing the chaos we're doing in the world, right? Because you've got all these different people at different perceptions and different levels of consciousness. So this is why it looks like chaos out there. It's because they're all working through at their own level, at their own perception, their own shadows, their own ego. And this is going on a planetary level. There's no escaping it. Everybody has to face their ego, their shadows. And this is why there's so much separation and division. Why? Because you've got all these different people, all have different perceptions, because you've got different Akashic records, different karma, different levels of, oh, wow. It's going to be funky until we all get, to a certain level. Wow. Of course we're going to make it. Absolutely we make it. It's amazing. We make it, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. The energies are going up. The planet is not going back down. Oh, no, no, no. So those that don't want to go up with the energies are going to suffer or, live shorter lives, die of disease, or they definitely will live shorter lives because they won't, if they don't have that, they won't manage, their physical being won't survive on the planet. No. They're going to be in pain, suffering, they're going to get, they're going to do bad things. They're going to be tormented. Their shadows will torment them, or the ego will torment them. We absolutely make it. It's bloody awesome. It's awesome. So you'll see, the more shadow work you do, the more healing and releasing you do, the better you will see it, and you will see more clearly, and you will rise, you'll have more light, you'll rise higher. So you won't have any negative perception. See, you'll know it's going to be fine, and you'll know you're absolutely fine. So the most important thing you've got to do is your self-work. And this is why these movements and this social media, other nonsense, whatever, is so bad, because it's extremely distracting. It's extremely disempowering, because it's all telling you that you've got no power, that you must be frightened, that you're going to get sick, you're going to, whatever. Something else, oh my gosh, you're going to be, it's all nonsense. And it's keeping you distracted from spending time. It's keeping your frequency lower and in fear. Instead of you would be spending all that time doing self-work, and the higher you rise, the more light you have. First of all, you realize you have absolutely nothing to fear, because then you have the power to manifest and control things yourself. You don't have to worry what's going on outside. You dictate, you see, what's going to be in your existence, not the outside dictating to you. There's a difference. There we are. That's the difference. So, and you'll see light. You'll know everything's perfect and divine. Everything's perfect and divine. I actually went up, when this started, I think it was early 2020. And there was I can't remember what happened. I think just after the elections or something. And everyone were all up freaking out and in a panic, whatever. And I remember going straight up to Source to ask what the heck is going on. And I was just told everything's perfect. It's all divine plan. It's all divine. Remember, this is what people keep forgetting. You are Source. I am Source. Everybody has a higher self. You're all part of Source. We're all going to get back to Source if you like it, one way or not, right? We're all part of Source. So, the higher aspect, the divine, is in complete control over all of us and this entire plan. And that's exactly what I was told. It's a divine plan, which we all in on. You just can't remember at the moment because you're here. In the dream, you don't remember. It is a divine plan. Divinely orchestrated. The divine hand is in control. As you notice, we've got a massive light, and oh wow. And we're going up in consciousness. Christ consciousness is returning. It's not negative what you're seeing happening. This is good. Will save humanity. So it's divine. It's a divine plan. And that's exactly what I was told back then. Not to worry, it's all a divine plan. I came back and I said to everyone, hey, from Source, it's a divine plan. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. The light wins. We know that. Absolutely. We've seen it. So we know, but you've got to decide where you want to be as a soul, because you've got more lives to come back on. I'd hate to tell you this. This dream is not finished. So you're going to come back to this planet again. Doesn't matter how you leave. You're going to come back again. Where do you want to come back at? What level do you want to come back at, and how? That's what you want to be worried about. So I'd be working on myself if I was you. More and more, and doing the healing and clearing it so you can come back with a really good carnation next time and no negative, nasty things, in your life. Don't even watch the story. I don't follow any news whatsoever. Any channel, whether it's mainstream, any news, any TV, anything. I have no clue what's going on out there. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. And as we say, we're not this body. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter how the body dies. We don't attach the body. You can't die. You don't die. It's irrelevant. And if you did more work inside, you'll be able to control your reality and external. So it doesn't matter what's happening in the world. There could be a cyclone come in and you'll be the only house standing. You see, that's more like what you want to do. Everyone's worried about what's happening out there. That's illusion. Don't worry about what's happening on the outside. That means you haven't done enough work on the inside. You haven't done enough shadow work if you still have any fear. Let go of any fear. Have faith. Know that you are part of the divine, and this is a divine plan that all of you are involved in. You're just playing different roles, and we're all going to get to the end result. And the planet's going up, if you like it or not. Nothing's stopping it. No human in their ego. Listen, there's some humans here that believe that they have all the power, and I mean, because they've got some job, or they're in the government, or they're in a ministry, or they're in intelligence. Oh, really? Please, come on. You're talking about the universe here, the source, the creator of all that is. All that is. Everything is source. There's no escaping this one, I'm afraid. There's only one source. There's only one divine. There's only one creator. There's any source. So no. Any human that's got any illusion that they're going to do whatever they want here, they've got no chance. I hate to tell them that. That's just the ego. That's the ego kidding you that I have control and I can do whatever. I'm all powerful. No, you're not. Absolutely, you're not. Unstuck from what, sweetie? How do you get unstuck from what? Well, belief, consciousness is the king of everything. So if you don't want to be stuck in, you can just say, I am free to travel wherever I want. Keep saying that. Free to move, wherever. That's what I'm saying. People are they're being led down the path. They're pushing out whatever content they want you to push out to manifest for them. You are manifesting their reality, not yours. If you're following any news and things, you've been told, oh, this is going to happen. Why? So you will believe it and manifest it for them. They are spoon feeding you the world they want you to create. Stop being spoon fed. Switch off all media and TV. Go within and manifest and create the world you want to create. That's it. See? There we are. If you're feeling fatigued, there's no stupid anybody. If you're feeling fatigued, you might need it, darling. You need to rest. Remember, you might be doing your body is recalibrating and changing, and it's going up in frequency and vibration. The entire planet, as you're doing healing, purging, you are going to feel fatigue sometimes. This is part of the journey, and as your body is changing, okay, because there's massive energy coming into the planet. Your body's taking on more. Your DNA is upgrading. So don't think of something wrong if you're feeling fatigued. You must have faith in your higher self and trust. If you ask for this in your guidance and trust, it is what is going. So if something goes wrong, or you feel bad or whatever, understand it's for a good reason. It's not, oh my gosh, something's wrong now. It's negative. That's fear. Then it's your shadows. So if your body's feeling tired and fatigued, then let it. Then rest. And when you meditate, ask what you need. Maybe you need to drink more water. Maybe you need, you know what I mean? There's a reason. Your mind has absolute power. Your belief is important. So you decide what you want to believe in, okay? What you believe is what you get. Be careful, you are a manifester. Right? And if you absolutely believe something, it'll happen. So don't you want to start thinking negative thoughts and believe bad things? Exactly. Have no value of the body. The body is a temporary thing. It's an illusion. It's just energy. This energy is just moving at a certain speed, in a certain way, and it makes this form. And you can change into pure light bulb if you want to. You can go back to being pure light. Raise this frequency and vibration, transcend all this nonsense, and you will be like Emmanuel. Poof! Like the little fairy. Literally. No joke. Work with your body, your cells. And when you ramp that energy up, you have more energy in your body than a nuclear power station, and that's science. That's not fairy tales and woo-woo. That's actual science. Real science. Yeah. Ramp those batteries up. You'll have more energy than you could ever think of using. So start working with your innate, your smart body. And the lady that said she's low on energy, you can go watch that video I put up on YouTube and follow the science behind that as well. Told you where to follow. All right, lovely beings. All right. So hang in there. Watch the self-talk, the negativity. Understand it's a process. It's not instant. There's no instant pill here. Your consciousness, your beliefs, you have all the help you could ever wish for out there. All right. The source of all that is. Ask for that help. Ask for it consciously. How do you release this? By intent. You intend it. So if you want to release it, ask for them to help you. How do I do? Okay, release it. Whether you're going to sit there, whether you pray, you do it through. Hi. Whether you do it through sitting, talking. Thank you. I've been many places. So sit there. Whether you do it in prayer, whether you do it in meditation, ask for that. It's your intention. This is what matters here. Intent is massively important. And you cannot fool the Creator. So don't sit there, you can pretend, no, but I don't really. If your heart's in it, pure intent, and you will be, the hand will be given to you, grace will be given to you, and you'll be lifted up. Doesn't matter what you face, how much darkness you've got to overcome, healing, it will. Okay. You can overcome anything and everything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the mind is a hard one to overcome. That thing tortures you. It can be. I actually said something on my YouTube channel, which is it depends where you are on your journey, but it's a bit higher up. And you got to shut that. Yeah, try and as much be in absolute silence, no thought. Okay, no thought, but ask for help. There's all that help is out there, and you will get it. I mean, it's amazing what you see and what you're given, and wow, it's incredible. It's humbling. It's just incredible. It's beyond anything human. It's a love and light and grace, and it's beyond words. There's anything that humanity or the material world could offer you. Nothing you will give up. This body, they can have it. I mean, you would nothing on earth can give you that love, that peace, that comes from that. Nothing on this earth plane. You will give up for source. You can take anything from you. It's like, take it. Because nothing can replace that. Get there. And you'll worry about nothing. All right, lovely people. Bye.